Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. We're talking 25-year-old running back Todd Gurley. Let's start with his journey at UGA. He was a monster, started all 14 games, 222 attempts, over 1,300 yards, 6 yards a carry, monster, 17 touchdowns, straight beast, only lost one fumble. 2013, 165 carries, 989 yards, 6 yards per carry, and as long of 75 yards rushing. Then his junior year before he declared for the draft, 123 carries, which was the least amount in his career, 911 yards rushing. And again, he only played 6 games, 7.4 yards a carry, another monster season at UGA. Then he was drafted 10th overall to the St. Louis Rams, first running back drafted in that class. And remember, he was going in there after the whole ACL injury. People doubted him, but look at his stats. 2015, over 1,000 yards, 71 yards was his longest run, 10 rushing touchdowns, 21 receptions, dual threat type of guy. 2016, started all 16 games, 885 rushing yards, over 300 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. 2017, 1,300 rushing yards, which is the most in his career, 13 touchdowns, monster year, 788 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns through the air. Todd Gurley was a monster. 2018, 17 touchdowns, over 1,200 yards rushing, 4.9 yards a carry. Todd Gurley continued to be a monster, 580 yards receiving. And then even last season, where he got a lot of grief, only missed 1 game, even though people said he was hurt by game 1. 223 carries, over 800 yards, 12 rushing touchdowns. Now, let's think about Todd Gurley. The production is there. The concern is with the Rams, okay, probably not healthy anymore after signing that big deal. Because remember, the Rams gave him that contract, which was worth $60 million. They giving him that contract, you're thinking, okay, they're going to stick with him. But according to them, they think he's shot. But to me, if you get a Todd Gurley who's as good as he was even last season, when it wasn't even his best season, when he had 3.8 yards a carry, that's still a really good running back. So now let's talk about him with the Falcons, what he could do. We know he has incentives in that contract with if he gets to 13 touchdowns or he gets to 1,000 yards, which could possibly happen. We know Todd Gurley, he already spoke to Julio Jones, which he says it speaks for itself in that press conference. Julio Jones is professional. Julio Jones welcomed him to the team. We know he played with Dante Fowler. They're close. So putting Todd Gurley back in Atlanta, Dante Fowler, who wanted to play in Atlanta, Atlanta's doing really good this offseason with some of their moves, especially if these guys deliver. If we get a Todd Gurley who rushes for 800 yards, who could get 200 yards receiving, who could total out at 13, 14 touchdowns, we're talking about potentially one of the best offenses in the league. He's playing with a veteran quarterback, and a quarterback who I still think is better than Jared Goff and Matt Ryan. You're playing with an offensive line that should be better this season. You're playing with a Calvin Ridley who had a breakout season and has the ability to catch 10 touchdown catches and to catch 80 passes. He can do that and maybe even get over 1,200 yards. And then you have Julio Jones. I don't have to go over. You know what the hell he can do. Command double teams, triple teams. So if Todd Gurley, especially in that passing game out of the backfield, and the way he was talking in the press conference is that, hey, the proof is in the pudding. He's still a 3-time Pro Bowler, NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 2017, 2-time All-Pro selections in 2017 and 18, 3-time NFC Offensive Player of the Month. The resume, it speaks for itself. Ranked 6th in the top 100 players of 2018, ranked 22nd in 2016. So it's not like Todd Gurley is washed up or anything. And almost forgot, Offensive Rookie of the Year as well, too. So Todd Gurley really, if you think about it, his 5 years in the NFL has never had a bad season. So if they get a Todd Gurley that's 75% of what he was with the Rams, we're gonna see we're going to see a really good Falcons offense and a really productive Todd Gurley. As long as he doesn't get hurt and the knee is okay, Todd Gurley is going to be a Pro Bowler with the Falcons.